Hello Heroclix fans, my name is Mathias with SoCal Games and Comics, and Speak Geeky to me. To my left is Thomas Rowe, the owner of Big Bully Gaming Accessories, and to my right is Tony Croupe, who is the leader of the Knights of Good clan from WizKids Events. Today we are here to open up the brand new Superman and Wonder Woman set from Heroclix and WizKids. We're going to do a quick impromptu tournament as well as an unboxing of these two beautiful brand new bricks and show you some of the great rares, super rares, chases hopefully, and primes that we might get. So thank you very much for watching today. So with the new Superman and Wonder Woman set, we have a lot of really great advantages that we haven't seen yet in Heroclix. First of all, we're going to see Mark Millar's classic storyline of Red Sun being placed as the chases for this set. We also have the Earth 2 figures, which comes from James Robinson and Tom Taylor's great run in the recent New 52, showing an alternate, almost golden age style of the DC characters, but with a much more modern twist that isn't that classic 1940s and 50s style. That being said, if you're a fan of the 50s and 60s stuff, we are seeing some of the Jimmy Olsen, Superman's best pal, as well as Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane storylines brought in for some of the alternate reality and more unique common and uncommon figures. I have, thankfully, Tony and Tom to help me open and discuss more of the Heroclix rules with this. So let's start off with Tom discussing the great addition of the oversized colossal figures we're going to find in this.
Now, the colossal figures have always been my thing. They're always come out awesome. They're fun to look at. They're fun to just collect. So I'm thrilled that each booster, each brick has a colossal in it this time. I'm just thrilled. I can't wait to open them. I've just been informed that we can't open them until last. They're making me wait. But so I'm really excited to open those up.
All right, well, let's get to the fun part. Let's open some packs. Tom, you want to start us off?
Sure, why not? Here. Hold on to that one. And I'll open up this one here. Let's see what we've got. We probably should have cut the tape on all of them first so we don't sit people have to watch us do this.
Yeah, that's what people want to see.
Is that it? Is that the exciting part?
Yeah, it's tape.
All right, here we go. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have?
First pack.
Oh, we got a Prime here. We got Captain Atom Prime, Wonder Woman, two Wonder Woman. That's a little different. Oh, they're actually different clicks. Superman from Earth 2 and Green Lantern. Let's pop the Atom out. Let's set in here. It's our common Prime. And there's two different versions of Wonder Woman in the same pack.
Let's take out the one with the pants.
The one with the pants.
The one with the pants.
Wonder
Woman is wearing pants.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Notice this one will have the Justice League team ability, whereas this one is a bit more golden age here with the Justice Society of America team ability on there, showing a bit more of the 1940s appeal as opposed to the 2011. So.
Yeah, let's jump on to pack 2.
All right. Let's see if I can actually get my knife out. Oh, I don't have it.
Got it right here.
There we go. Always the fun to cut the tape. Pack number 2. Opening up with some cool pieces right here. Ooh, and we started off with a super rare of Crypto right there. That's a rather wonderful piece. Superman's best pal, his dog, as well as a Red Tornado, Guardian, Accountable, who I recall being from the Earth 2 version of Jimmy Olsen, and a JSA Superman. So once again, we're going for that nice 1940s appeal of the early version of Superman, ripping off that costume with the old shield right there. Kind of nice there, but that Crypto is definitely the one that's going to stand out the most. So I'm going to set that right there.
We need more animals in here.
Yeah, there is actually really not enough animals, I feel, in this set.
Well, we're getting close to a full team of dogs now. We got Crypto, Dog Cool,
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, yeah. There's almost a K9 Avengers and Justice League right there.
Exactly. All right, pass me the next pack. Let's see what we got. All right, pack number 3.
No knife at all.
No knife at all. I don't need it. I'm not good.
Already cut the tape.
Now, normally I have, we already got our Prime, our Super Rare, so who's ready to see some commons and uncommons? Because I am the master of those packs. And, whoa, I pretty much call that mostly commons and uncommons. We did get the rare Wonder Woman now.
Ooh, Mystic Steam ability too.
Yeah, so we'll pop her out. See a little difference between the Wonder Womans. And it looks like we got the Earth 2 Batman as well. So
Oh, right on.
pop him out.
A little bit of Thomas Wayne instead of Bruce there.
See what he does. pop out our next pack.
Let's do it. Alright, this one's got a chase in, I can feel it. No, my feeling was wrong. Alright, so what do we have? We have Parademon. The new sculpt of Parademon is real awesome. Similar to the Trinity War, but still very cool. Menagerie, Hawk Girl, General Lane, and Dr. Cyber. Hold General Lane now. I think General Lane's worth looking at. But Hawk Girl, that's Earth 2 Hawk Girl, huh?
Indeed it is.
She's not going to come out really easy. We'll have to cut this package. But some really cool sculpts here too. I'm really digging that Parademon.
Yeah, gotta say the wings on all of these that you can kind of see, it's gonna make them difficult to get out of the pack, but they certainly make for some beautiful sculpts there. So, all right, let's see what we got next. Waiting for that moment in the video where we accidentally overcut and stab somebody with a knife.
Should I move over?
All right. Well, I'm already liking the color in this set. Right here we have Mermaid, but the Circe, the new Circe they put out there from Wonder Woman is rather bright. But our rare on that one is going to be Lord Satanus, another Mystic Sun ability. Rather nice sculpt. Every one of these figures has amazing sculpts on this, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And we have the Newsboy Legion going back to some really, really old classic Jimmy Olsen stories. And an investigative reporter, a bit more of a generic piece, you know, which we don't see as many minions on DC yet.
It'd be nice to
Legion
start
for the
seeing
win.
those.
Yeah.
I'd say let's pop out those two on the end.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. And you can't complain about any of these larger sculpts. It takes a little bit more effort to get out of the pack there. But the Circe is just wonderfully colorful.
Reminds me a lot of kind of magenta from Flash Steel.
Yeah. I was going to say, in Guardians of the Galaxy, when we had, what was that classic Guardians of the Galaxy character with the black outfit and stars, and she had that bright yellow splash.
Altea?
There we go.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That is it.
All right, pass me pack number 2. You just wanted to see me struggle.
Yeah, I didn't cut that one.
All right, pack coming out. Ooh, look at that.
Firstborn?
Firstborn.
Right on. Oh, an Eclipso.
Eclipso.
Right on.
There's a nice super rare for it.
Got a Huntress, and from what I've heard, this is actually Helena Wayne, Bruce's daughter, not actually the Huntress you know from the Birds of Prey. So, interesting. Definitely pop out Eclipse. Very colorful, bright, and very high point values.
They've recently changed the wording about the possession. It's being changed to equipped and what have you. There's going to be some discussion about that all over the. Well, it's already all over the internet about how all the entities and things are now going to be rotted to say equipped rather than possessed. I haven't read it all yet, but it's going to have some pretty serious ramifications and how things work.
We'll have to look into that.
Is that something we're seeing with Eclipso?
Yeah, he's you can possess other characters.
It is very interesting to point out that Eclipso here has both the Mystics as well as the Quintessence team ability. So they're definitely putting Eclipso in the power that he does deserve when he has a comic that comes out with an actual gem on the cover back in the 90s. Right on.
All right, here we go. Okay, we got another Parademon, a Power Girl, Steel, Superman, and Wraith. We got super rare here. And pull out the Wraith. Another good-looking sculpt. A kind of a unique stance to him. Looks looking good. Power Girl always looks good. Once again, another pair. I can't wait to run the Parademon army. Take a look.
It does absolutely wonderful. Personally, I just can't help but look at this wonderful sculpt for Wrath. It actually seems like something that would be out of a Spider-Man set. It looks like a symbiote type
Yeah,
of
kind of
design.
a Venom sort of.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, a rather large figure, as you can see by the comparison to the rest of this. A bulkier figure that stands a little bit tall, but is not yet a giant. And I mean, I'm just stunned looking at this already with improved movement, traded abilities. It's got the police team ability, multiple starting values. It's not a bad looking piece. I'm really curious to pop that open and get a better look at it.
All right.
That is something to take note that we are also looking at, because of these colossals, simply 8 normal booster packs per brick, and then you one colossal, as opposed to 10 booster packs.
What do you think that'll do to the rarities, to the availability of the chases and stuff?
You know, to be honest, it's been rather interesting. We had a previous tournament earlier tonight at the shop, and we saw 2 chases and a prime super rare come out of the initial 2 bricks that were played. That seems a little stunning. I'm used to seeing, you know, a chase and a prime per case, and yet we saw 2 chases and a super rare prime in that case. It was rather impressive.
Looks like WizKids is being kind to us then in this set.
So I guess it's not going to hurt it too much from the looks of things.
So from this, we pulled Hell. Looks like a little interesting looking figure. Lana Lang. A couple we've already seen, Batman and stuff. So let's pull out Hell.
Now, is that the first Lana Lang? I don't think there is any other Lana Lang, right?
I really don't believe I've seen a Lana Lang at all in
Even
Heroclix
Golden
before.
Age.
Yeah. Well, then let's pop her out too, and we'll take a look at her in a little bit.
You can never go wrong with a wonderful double L character in any Superman set,
right.
whether it be Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, or obviously Lana Lang. But Hell is one of those ones I'm particularly interested in. It came from a very interesting storyline in the New 52, written by Scott Lobdell, and was a very, very powerful, you know, Kryptonian level supervillain. So I'm curious what the figure's going to look like, especially with a starting point value of 150 or 100 points.
All right. Well, that's everything from Brick 1 except for our Colossal. Take that away from him. We can't open it yet.
Yeah, we'll hide those for the end of the video, guys. And let's move to
Why
brick
don't
number 2.
you hold on to these, Matthias, for now?
Okay,
Take
we're
that
just
away
gonna-
from him. We don't.
There's
put
just no
that in front
cost
of you,
here.
right?
Just none.
Right down below.
All right. And why don't you start with pack number 1 for us?
All right, pack number
Brick
1
number
for brick
2.
2. This should be an interesting one. Is there anything that you guys are particularly looking forward to in this set?
Well, I've heard the rumor that there's actually a Prime Supergirl in her Red Lantern.
Yes.
Saying, if anything, everybody knows I'm a huge Red Lantern fan. I'm excited to add another Kryptonian to my team.
Red Sun Batman. Gotta have it.
I gotta
Comrade
say-
Batman.
I'm looking forward to the Red Suns, and I'm a little disappointed we went through the entire first brick and did not yet get a chase. So let's see if we're a little lucky here. Not just yet, but we do have a Lady Blaze, which is, you know, a figure I actually was not expecting to really see in this set, as opposed to Superboy, who is an iconic Superman character and Teen Titan, and has amazingly, as I'm seeing right now, 3 team abilities, which is,
wow.
I think, the first I've ever seen, with the Legion of Superheroes, the Superman Ally, and the Teen Titans team ability.
So
And that's
three abilities, but Legion basically means he can be on anybody's team.
Yeah,
Nope.
which really is nothing to complain about, especially when you have an indomitable character with flying at only 100 points. I can see that being a really, really valuable piece.
Excited to add him to my Young Justice team.
And then we see Soldier, yet another good DC minion level character, and then some more Menagerie and General Lane. So off to a decent start, but I gotta say, so far the Superboy, you know, I'm a little curious to see how that
Tony, open
goes.
that.
All right. Pack number 2.
So who amongst us is going to be the one to open the chase on this? Is what I'm curious.
Well, my track record says it's not going to be me.
I'm not feeling that luck either, so you just watch. There will be no chase in this case.
All right. So far, looking like a little reporter. A couple of pieces we've seen before. Got a Dr. Psycho and a Ulysses. Let's actually take out Ulysses. Take a look at him. Kind of, from far away, kind of looks like a Twi'lek from Star Wars. But it's actually very long blonde hair.
Here's our chase. This is it right
Right
now.
here.
All right, he's calling it. Let's see if he's right.
But the second time I called it, eventually I'll be right.
We'll just hold out to the truth one, not the one. I'd hate to see this really go with a scenario where we get no
Nope,
chases.
nothing in this one. Let's see. We got Guardian. Haven't seen him yet. Sister Superior. No, the unique. The unique Lois Lane. Speaking of our double L's, you got the Superman team ability. And let's see what else we have. Amazon, generic Amazon. Never seen that before.
That actually could be a really interesting addition to the game. Wonder Woman fans might really enjoy that. I mean, there's a handful of Amazon keyword characters, but having something like a generic could really make for some interesting teams, particularly in Golden Age battles.
And a Sister Superior, which I'm not even familiar with that character.
Sister Superior, yeah. To be honest, it rings a bell, but I don't want to gamble on my knowledge and prove myself to be.
Not on live TV.
No. All right. Prove myself before right here as I try and open this one.
Significant appearance, JLA 100, or Sister Superior.
I remember if that was when Jeff Johns started or if that was still during some of the Mark Ray Grant Morrison era. Let's see what we got in this pack. Oh, there we go. So one of the big things is the call to the 90s red Superman, blue Superman, and we just happened to very luckily get a blue Superman here. A nice little rare there with multiple starting points value. A Superman that actually starts at 50 points is pretty interesting right there. I still very vividly remember getting the first blue Superman comic that had that nice glow-in-the-dark cover. But wonderful, actually probably far superior sculpt on this click as he's somewhat see-through and has that very electric tone to him.
Well, maybe next up we'll pull his friend, the red Superman.
Those are begging to be lit up.
Yep.
You know, they need a little LED under there, and those would be awesome. Now that we can play Heroclix in the dark, it doesn't work out so well.
You tried that out?
I have. It doesn't work in the dark, it doesn't work in the tub.
I assume your cards get quite soggy.
Yeah.
Things I don't need to visualize.
It's probably the first match you won, huh?
That's right. Well, my opponent gave up.
All right. Ooh, what is this?
Go.
We have.
Ooh, there's my Batman.
There we go.
There's our first chase of the evening.
And it is the one I wanted to see if I was going to see a Red Sun. We have Red Sun Batman. All good and ready to go in his Russian prime. Take him out of there. Got Maxima. We haven't seen her yet. Pop her out too. Take a look. And then a couple more Wonder Woman. It's really nice seeing the named character having multiple appearances in the set.
Okay, here we go. Now that the pressure is off to pull the chase, see, I don't worry about it anymore.
I have to say, from what I've seen of the chases, because we have, as I mentioned, have seen two tonight, prior to this one, they're rather bright for what you'd expect from such a dark storyline.
Here we go.
Very bright blue.
Dr. Fate. Now this is one of the two, I think there's two different versions in this set from what I've seen of Dr. Fate. I saw one, it was like almost in a blue outfit.
So probably an Earth 2 Dr. Fate.
Maybe. And then another Menagerie, Artemis, Sister Superior, and then another Earth 2 Batman.
Can't go wrong with those. That's rather beautiful mystics. Mystics and
Yeah.
Dr. Fate, cannot be separated.
Yeah, it looks great.
Really wonderful scope on that.
Yeah, the quality of these are really, really well done this time. The last 3 or 4 sets have all been, the quality's been kicked up several notches, and they look fantastic.
I mean, we're not seeing eyes that aren't really placed around eye
No,
sockets.
they're not. One of the losing the words now. What artist I was thinking of? Van Gogh. And they're all kind of crazy looking.
All right.
Ooh, what is that?
Steppenwolf, the general to the good leader of Apocalypse Darkseid. This is a really powerful looking piece, and undoubtedly an Earth 2 version of Steppenwolf, as opposed to what we've been recently seeing in Darkseid Wars or in the classic Jack Kirby storylines. This is a wonderful looking piece in just all forms, with the flaming sword and battle axe, the armor, which is wonderful. He is a unique, which I feel we're seeing a lot of in this set, a lot of uniques.
Yeah, I think we have like 4 or 5 already just on our front.
Yeah, whereas, I mean, I felt that as we saw primes more prominently in the past few sets, we kind of moved away from uniques, but this set seems to have quite a few. And this is an incredibly powerful looking piece where his starting dial literally has a 13 movement, 11 attack, 19 defense, and 3 damage, which isn't, horribly great, but with those other numbers, nothing to worry about. Also in here we have an Apollo, not the Apollo you guys might think of previous sets from the Authority, but an Apollo as in the god. Going with that one movement theme. another Steel Huntress and Parademon, and as Tom had brought up, once again building up that Parademon army.
Now we've seen Steppenwolf, we've seen several Parademons. Are we going to get a Dark Side?
I've not yet heard about that, but I'm really crossing my fingers on that because you can't go wrong with when you think of a Superman villain. It's going to go one or two. It's either Darkseid or Lex Luthor, and we have yet to see either.
Well, now
I know the Luthor's in the set.
We can't beat Zod out, guys. All right, he is my favorite Superman.
All right, let's see what we find in this one.
Well, we know we have a Grodd Colossal though. Zod Grodd.
So is that actually Grodd? I mean, I know it's a giant radioactive gorilla.
Well, how many giant gorillas are there?
In DC, I would say at least 5.
Okay, well I don't know what gorilla that is then.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
I'm just all right. Before I even take the set out, we're taking this first guy out. You know, we have a buddy who plays. We see him in the tournament. He just loves those pantsless teams. Check that out. Vartox. Now that is a figure for him.
That is a good-looking sculpt there, boy.
All right, now we can pull out the rest of the pack. And the rest of it, nothing too fancy. We got a little mermaid, a guy with a hat named Hat.
You can't show me that's not fancy.
A guy with a hat named Hat. Okay.
All right, I think we're.
It's time for Colossals now?
Okay.
It's time now.
I think you should open one first. Make him.
Oh, should we do this? Which one shall I open?
It's like Christmas morning, and you people like my parents, and
Have
it's
him
really
pick
getting
the
old.
one that you're gonna open.
All right, which one am I going to open?
That one.
Okay, we're going to open this, and then I'm going to leave that over there with Tony.
Maybe I'll.
There's just no trust. It hurts me right here.
All right. So I'm looking forward to this because I've seen 2 Colossals from this so far. Sadly, I have seen. I believe it was
The Atom.
Atom, and we saw Brimstone, which looked incredible as a sculpt. So let's see what this one is. Ooh. Well, we're going to answer Tom's question about what oversized.
It's a radioactive gorilla.
Look at that.
It is a rather large gorilla, but this would be Titano.
Titano.
Titano was a wonderful gorilla that we got to see in various Lois Lane related stories. He would be to King Kong in the way of kidnapping, beautiful young women and taking them up large skyscrapers for Superman to defeat.
Sounds okay.
Looks like he has a changeable head as well, perhaps kind of like the Sentinels from the Days of Future Past set.
That is actually really nice.
So,
very
probably an
cool.
attack in an angry mode.
Well, and the wonderful thing I got to say about the Colossals in this is they all have a really, really low point value. In his case, it is just 20 points, which I believe is the recurring theme of point values for the Colossals, for what they call the Colossal Mayhem. Colossal Retaliation. Colossal Mayhem is what we used in the pre-release tournaments to bring them in through people who make crit hits. But at 20 points, you have the Colossal Retaliation. And there are some amazing abilities that come out of that we'll talk about later. And his is looking rather wordy, so I'm kind of curious to go over that. But I suppose we've made Tom wait long enough.
So I'll open it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Now, something to point out: these Colossals have the Oreo base.
That they do.
They're not the funny bases that are hard to turn.
Well, as he's opening that, I'll pull one out so we can get a better look at that. But as you can see, Oreo base, as opposed to that small one you have to turn from the inside.
So we've got another Atom. We know that these guys have seen one this evening. I did not, but sculpt does in fact look pretty awesome. I thought it was kind of hilarious that the Atom is a Colossal. It just kind of got to me. I chuckled about it.
I think you're too focused on Marvel with that version of the Atom.
Well, perhaps. But it looks another sculpt. It looks phenomenal. Can't wait to pop it out. All right, another the Colossal Indifference.
No, the Colossal
Oh, there, it's on there. Okay. Well, it looks fantastic.
And quite a series of points. It's unique that this one actually, his high point value is just 300, with a 200, 150, 100, and then 15 point value, which there's not many dials that you're going to see at just 15 points, let alone that size. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays, as that's less than possessing with an entity. It's barely above a, it's less than Split Lip, which is an iconic piece that I'm sure many of you are using right now. And it's only a step above your Yu-Gi-Oh! Traps. So it might be an interesting game changer watching some of these Colossal Retaliations really come into effect.
These are going to look great on my shelf.
We'll see. We'll see how the tournament goes.
Yeah.
But hey, you can take this one. First place, Gorilla's coming home.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
It's all right. I'll be happy with the second place of the Batman chase. But let's take a moment to regroup, and then we'll look over some of the dials.